Spring is welcomed here in Lincolnshire, with blue skies and singing birds. It's also a time for mating, where many of our county's wildlife pair up to breed after a long winter's slumber. I spoke to Fiona Cousland, a Sleaford woman who's been campaigning as part of Toads on Road to set up a road crossing for toads, so they can get to the ponds where they mate and produce spawn safely.
Okay, well this time of year, once the temperature gets above maybe 5 or 6 degrees, the toads start coming out of hibernation, and they're sort of driven by their hormones basically. They've got to, find a male, get to their ancestral breeding grounds, mate, spawn, and then, carry on their sort of daily life.
But the problem is, to get to the ponds and areas where they breed, toads must often cross increasingly busy roads. Mating toads travel in pairs, so if they're involved in an accident, both will be lost. So how exactly does Fiona prevent this from happening?
I just basically pick them up, and because it's quite a small narrow lane, I carry them over the verge and point them in the direction of the ponds, which is probably only 50 metres away for them. Yeah. Sometimes you have a little bucket, you put them all in your bucket. If I see them hopping towards the verge to cross the road, I'll go and gather them up and take them and release them nearer to their destination.
We went out one cold night with the volunteers. Some of them lived nearby and recalled being overwhelmed by the amount of toads during mating season.
Yeah. But the reality was, the toads were crossing, and there were hundreds last year, every day.
Really?
Yeah.
And obviously you saw the
fatalities.
It was a
mess.
Down the road.
It was a mess. Yeah. Yes.
Tonight's late shift may have been a quiet one, but Frog's Life did manage to assist some toads on their journey. So far, the White Cross Lane volunteers have already saved 400 toads from being run over.
It has made a difference on the impact of the number of road fatalities, because each morning there's hardly any, whereas last year you'd come down this road and it would just be littered with little dead bodies. So especially the late shift from sort of 8 till 10, I think is proving to be very, very effective, and it's just great.
Now that's the way to travel, isn't it, guys?
No, it's not.
This is James Ewington reporting for LSJ News, Sleaford.